Morning. This is your girl, Dr. G, Lady Karen representing. So, I talk about all kind of things on my blogs, but one thing I've talked about in the past is divorce life, long distance relationships, all kind of things. One thing I don't like in divorce life, I'm a divorcee, but I share my son with my ex-husband, and I share him in a way where I hate to talk about it like that because it makes him sound like a thing. But when I ran away from my ex-husband and thing back in 2015, I thought that life would have been different and easier, but it's like the abuse continue, whether it's even if it's just emotional abuse. It's like, come on, man, it's so hard for me to get through to my son when he's with his dad. So what I do is I made a plan for his dad and I to share my son every 2 weeks, so that way he's not too far away from his dad and not far away from me. But when summer comes around, I let him stay with his dad the whole of June because his family used to bring him to Georgia and stuff. He's an American that I'm married to, my ex-husband. So we had our cultural differences and it became abusive as well, so I ran away. So I live with family and thing and been experiencing lots of the similar things which we've been working on. So I've been wanting to move out with my son so that way me and my son don't experience no negative vibes. So what happened is, between my illness that I go through, just the pain and thing that I go through, I really try to stay titanium tough. I have a titanium rod in my back and my son is the only one who rubs me when I'm ready and rub my head, apart from my mom. So my family been very, very supportive emotionally, financially. They're there, meaning, when it comes to bills and so forth in the house, we split up things so that way everybody shares, But when it comes to divorce life, I don't get alimony, I don't get child support because I made that agreement when I ran away because I thought I would be fine without it. Because I had some benefits, some private benefits that I had, and I lost them. And I lost them because people saw that I was active. Because I tried to stay active. I tried to do my walking, do my traveling, even if it's in a wheelchair, So being somebody who's disabled, I have to be going through my pain and my physical things and deal with a son. So I don't mind keeping everything the same and sharing him continuously with his dad. But when it comes to communication, that's very important to me. When my son is with his dad, he's very, very bad about keeping in touch with me, about business that we need to do, and about son. I don't need to talk to him about anything differently. As a matter of fact, he's the one who encouraged me to blog and to vlog about my health and about how I'm going through with my physical illness and so forth, with my spinal cord problem, right? But what happened, he's made life a bit more difficult for everybody. He doesn't keep in touch through text, email, or phone calls, you know what I'm saying? I've had to reach out to his sister in the past because he was very violent towards me in the parking lot and he ended up in jail for 2 nights in 2019, so that was good. I felt good about that the abuser finally went to jail after he was so abusive to me during marriage, and I used to call the police all the time and they didn't do anything. So I've called the police about many things and the police flip it on me or they don't do anything. So when it comes to that, police vibes, I don't like police because they're never there for me when I needed them the most. So, cut a long story short, divorce life sucks. And what I'm trying to do is break the cycle so that what I'm going to do, I really want to keep my son as a man so that way his father has to try to reach out to me and ask me to communicate with him because I've been so nice that I ran away from an abuser. I saved my son from child abuse, and then his lawyer begged me to share him because he said he didn't care about me, he only cares about his son. That's what he said straight up in 2015 when I ran away from him and put restraining order on him for domestic violence and child abuse. So I've been through that, and that's why lots of my friends who've been through similar, they don't talk to me, they don't really deal with me because they've been through similar drama. And it gets really dramatic and people don't like negative vibes, So what happened when I thought that it would be done, or over the years when I want him help to keep my son. There are times when I want him to keep my son because I don't have help physically to help when I'm having my really bad days with my pain. So what I do, I make sure that there's food in the house. I train my son. So when I have my bad days, when I don't want to get out of the bed because of the pain, he can help himself with food. I've been training him how to do that. We've been training him, my mom as well, been training him how to cook. So that way he can prepare his own meals. When he's with his dad, he complains to me, but that him don't really eat properly, that him getting all these frozen food. And I tell him that it's good that him getting food, because there's a lot of people out there who's starving, and basically he's getting food. So, but he really likes to be with me and my family, where we cook fresh food. We don't really do a lot of frozen food, so the culture is very different, But my ex-husband used to cook a lot of grilled things, and I really liked his cooking. He's the type of person who would make frozen food without even washing it or washing it off. He would just throw the chicken on the grill and do a quick sandwich, and it tastes good. So, but one thing I used to disagree with is the way he disciplined my child, or our child. He would like to hit him and be violent with him, and I don't like that. So I really don't like violence, and I don't put up with abuse. But sometimes you have to just be the one to make the move and to change the cycle. So I've been telling him to let his lawyers mediate with me, so I save on legal fees, because my lawyer want to charge $3,000 to answer some type of case that he wants, like he's been wanting to keep my son for years now. For years he's been doing it. Because like I said, there are times when the winter made me sick and I didn't have any help, and I would go to Jamaica to escape from the winter. So me and my ex-husband discussed me moving up to Daytona Beach, where I've been renting my house, and up there is too cold. It's too cold for my back, even down here in South Florida with the rain. And so yesterday and the day before, it made me feel a bit ill. So basically, just want to vent a little bit about divorce life and about how legal fees are so costly. They have legal aid out there, but you have to start from scratch with a new lawyer and all these things. But it's the money, man. The money, terrible. Don't have that money, man. It's ridiculous, So I try to go out on the fundraisers. I try my best, but because I'm in pain, and I feel, I don't want to lose any more benefits either. I have to be careful, because I really don't work because of the pain. And what I do is push myself to go out there to socialize, push myself to go out there to give out cards. And it ended up being where I get tired. I get really tired. I end up even in a car accident because I get so tired. Because I just really want to move. And I just really want my own space as a big woman, you know what I'm saying? With a child. I want to be in a 3-bedroom condo where I don't have to worry about no house and people in and out every minute, so that I can get my rest. So that my son can have his own room. I have my own room, and then there's an extra room for like somebody who's like a maid who can make sure cook and clean and so forth. That is what made me get a lot more pain. So with my family being very supportive, I want to say respect and thanks to my family, because I've had to work on them for a while to get that to that level where, well, first of all, they're back and forth from Florida to Jamaica just like I am. So they're not always around. People are not always around when I might need help to get to the emergency room. Like I need a ride to get to the ER sometime, to just get some IV fluids, to just get tuned up a little bit, because I get really dehydrated sometimes. So anyway, so that's why I'm careful about the heat as well, so I can take care of my health. But the point is, I am the only one who take care of me, and then I have to take care of a son while being disabled. So that can be rough sometimes. But my son is really cool. My son is really very understanding. And a matter of fact, he was the one who told babysitters that his dad was abusive to his mom. And he just knew what was right from wrong. So a lot of people don't like me talking about those things, but domestic violence is real. And domestic violence is what caused me to run away and have to start over. And it hasn't been fun. Because the man emotionally still abusive and still don't communicate the way how he should. So he's broken the agreement many times, broken the contract that we agreed to, because you're supposed to communicate as parents about the child. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to talk about anything. So if he's watching, hopefully he's watching, it is so important to communicate, you know, because even if he was to keep my son, and it would have been no problem, because I want a new life sometimes. Sometimes I think about moving to Jamaica full time, and I said no. It's like I really miss my son, because and he doesn't make me keep in touch with him, so that made me feel even more uncomfortable about starting a new life. Yeah. And then he said he just got his done, only cost him over $8.50 sheriff fee for server paperwork. Yeah. When I did my restraining order, it was free. I did it myself. I filled out all the papers for the child abuse and the domestic violence thing, and a lawyer was in the background guiding me and told me I don't need a lawyer for that part, but it's the lawyer for the divorce agreement, because I have assets or had assets and thing, or we had assets we shared, and what happened over the years, him disagree to come off a title when I paid for bills that he didn't pay for. So those are the things that still have up in the air that I need to deal with, and I paid the lawyer already, my retainer, and they didn't pursue those things. So I told them that them kind of overbilled me from previous stuff, and that I want to continue, because his lawyer is the one who's in touch with us, and his lawyer is the one reaching out and want an answer about something. So I have to get my lawyer involved again, but the price is ridiculous. So I'm waiting to see if they can charge me less, because they charge me $1,500 for one case and $15 for another. So I don't know why they want to charge me $3,000 again, because they pretty much wipe out all of my account, all of my money, I mean, when I use a credit card. So I could have take time and pay the credit card, you know. So basically, that's if you can donate to my Cash App, donate to my Cash App. If you feel sorry for me, donate to my Cash App. I'm going to put up my Cash App back on Facebook on my bio. So if you can donate towards my cause, please do. Because I don't mind begging, because people beg all the time. My family don't like me begging, but then I'm going to pay the $3,000 retainer fee. So if you can donate to my Cash App, I really appreciate it. Hey Rufus, I haven't seen you in a long time, man. Yes. So I've been wanting to go to the beach and all these things, but it's been raining and it's been hot. So I stay inside and think most of the time during the day, so that way I don't swell up and get that swelling in my hands and my feet. And I don't want a heat stroke again, because people don't take good care of me when I have a heat stroke. So yes, so that's why I do my little blogging, to just show you guys that when you think you're alone in things, just realize you're not alone. There's so many people who got, my brother been through divorce too, and separation, and his baby mother have 2 babies for him now. So we're going through it as a family, where he's divorced, I'm divorced, and the kids are all separated, and we try to get them together sometimes, you know. So yeah, so me and my brother, out of the 3 of us, are divorced, so we go through that. So my parents really not used to that type of lifestyle, you know, because they've been together. As a matter of fact, today is their anniversary, 44 years. They've been together 44 years, man. So it's one of them things that's sad, but that's why I do my little walking. And when these sprinklers are on, I walk right through them and just get a little spray. I just cool off a little bit. Ooh, this feels nice. Yeah. So this is what makes me happy. Just walking and just kind of meditating and getting that off of my chest. So, like I said, seriously, if you can donate to my Cash App, donate and think towards a good cause. You know what I'm saying? Towards the girl, Dr. G. So like I say, I try to do my fundraisers. I try to go out there and market, because I'm an owner at the hotel where I grew up at. And my parents been in business over 43 years now. Yeah. So some of the stuff that I post, they might not like. And that's their problem. Meaning people who follow me and stuff who don't like what I post about my modeling and all these things that I want to do. That's their problem. I'm 43 years old and a big woman. I'm an adult, competent adult and thing that make my own decisions, and wish that people that around me would get me and understand what I want and respect what I want. That's what you have to do. Don't make people take away your right, and don't make people take away your power, because knowledge is power as well. See? So the more you know is the more you can manage these life changes and these situations. So that's my little speech for today. Divorce life sucks. Long distance relationships suck. especially if you're somebody with me who like me, who live in pain, and I don't have anybody to rub me down and so forth. So I miss my son even more, because I teach my son about massage. I teach my son how to be empathetic and sympathetic, and I teach him not to be an abuser like his husband, like his dad, and other people in my family who like to come up in my face and be bullies and so forth. You know, so I use my voice to defend myself. I don't have a gun, I don't have a knife, but people are scared of me more time because I use my voice. I speak out, and I speak out against things that I don't like, and I tell the truth. The truth is what set you free. So when you tell the truth, people don't like you, and it's so it go. I get used to it. I get used to being alone, and I get used to certain people checking up on me and saying, hey, by the way, are you fine, and how you doing and stuff, because you hardly find that too. People like drama, and they like knowing details about your life, and oh my God, so she go through that, man, Lord God, and blah blah blah. But when it come down to it, people don't care. Some people don't care. So I respect the people who care, and that's why I want to write a book called For Those Who Want to Listen, For Those Who Listen, because it's not a lot of people who listen. You know what I'm saying? So respect due to those people who listen and reach out and say, listen, you're not in there, you hang in there, you have greater days to come. Like what C. Alexander Forrest just said, that's what keep me going, or things like that, when he said things like that. So don't demean people and defamate people further when they're going through negative things. Keep people inspired and change the negative to a positive experience. So if I have to be the one to make that stance and pay the lawyer fee to take my son full time so I have peace in my life, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it. Because I make up my mind long time. It's just my family never want me to do it. And they feel bad and feel away. And that's them. I stopped feeling sorry for people and I just feeling bad for my son. My son should not be the one who got through these things, because it's called emotional abuse. The emotional abuse is terrible. And what it does is put a toll on me physically too, because I have pain. So I feel it, especially when the rain starts and so forth. So they cause you pain and suffering, and that's not right. I could sue them for defamation of character. All of them. Everybody who caused me problems. Yes. Sue them for defamation of character. America with them. So I have my family lawyer who can do all of that. And I warn them, you know. I warn people and tell them, don't mess with me and my psyche. And don't mess with taking away my power, trying to take care of my power. Or, you know, mess with me and my son. I don't like when people cause negative vibes with me and my son. So sometimes you have to take control, yeah, man. Especially if people want to control you. You got to take control of your life and decide on what you want to do sometime. But like I said in the past, I've thought about moving to Jamaica. Moving with my son to Jamaica. But Jamaica different. And it's slow away. Like, it's slow for me. It's nice and easy and relaxing, but it's too slow in terms of things to do. And my friends are mostly up here in Florida. I've been here from I was 17 years old, and I'm 43 now. And my son is 10. And I ran away when he was like 5 or 4, going on 5. So it's been 5-6 years now that we've had a change of life and been with other people in their house. But what I love is that I go walking and I get a mango. This tree right here is bearing a lot of mango. And every time when I walk in, even if it's one I get, I'm lucky. And I always consider myself a lucky girl. I'm a lucky person. And I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. A lot of people don't believe in God, like my ex-husband. And those are the things I teach my son, is to be grateful for things. Little things that we have. Because we've had some hard times where I had to run away and lose a whole heap of benefits because of that. Because of me being so active and taking care of him and traveling with my ex-husband and all that. When my ex-husband could have just taken care of us and just chill, you know, and make me not be the one who is up and down too much. So that is just my life for you. If I don't get out and see people or get out and socialize, then I don't get certain businesses done and I don't get to have fun or meet people. Yeah. So basically, as I'm walking with the mango, as I'm walking and you know, seeing the mango trees and the neighbors and so forth, it takes your mind off things. You know what I mean? So that's what I love about my neighborhood. So I was like feeling like my calf pulled. It looked like I pulled a muscle in my right leg when I was walking. So I decided to just take up the camera and just do a little blogging to distract from the right leg, the right calf. Like my right calf hurting like crazy. I don't know why, if I pull something, but hopefully it would ease off a little bit since I was limping and took up the phone. I just distract from it a little bit. But I'm home. I made it back home nicely and safely. So you guys have a great day. Hopefully you learned something. You know, but these legal fees are terrible, man. Them awful, man. So you can cash up. Just kidding. But seriously though, divorce life sucks. And these divorce fees, the legal fees are terrible. And then when you want to sue them for the legal fees, you know, it's hard to get back your money. Especially if they find that really amazing. Yeah, so she was just amazed how we just pick up the mango. But the mango dropped on the ground and right by the walkway, so that's why I picked it up. Otherwise, I don't go on their property. I don't want nobody to shoot me. Because this is a neighborhood full of a lot of racism as well. And a lot of people have guns. So there's a lot of white rednecks who are around here that didn't even... There's this one guy that fell flat to his face. And when we were trying to get his son to come and help, and things like that. So it's a very strange neighborhood, you know. So you have to really be careful, even with picking mangoes. It's just that they drop on the roadside. That's why we're able to pick them up on the walkway. Alright, so big up and respect, guys. Thanks for listening. You guys have a great day. Alright, I'm so happy I did my walk. Thank you for listening to my story. Respect for C. Swaby for saying thanks for sharing the story, because you know I didn't have to share all of that info. But that's why my hair didn't really do any styling with my hair this morning. I just got up and went walking because my phone been busy all morning. And then I got this email from the lawyer, which that's what I was talking about. It took up a lot of my time. So I got to go and hit the road to get some things done and to link up with their office as well. So I can link up with them about my bill and things like that. Because I've been emailing them for years about a bill that they bill me. And all of a sudden them emailing me saying I owe them. After they run out my retainer, my $3,000, them say I owe them like $500. So you have to watch out for these legal fees. Them terrible, them thief, but they're good as well. And them do the work. So as long as you have a legal team that doing good work, it's good to keep them. And you can always bargain with them on payment plans and so forth, which is what I'm trying to do. So I've been emailing them about it, about setting up a plan, a different plan, and basically also seeing if they can charge me a lower retainer. You know what I mean? Because their rate is like $300 an hour. Them really expensive. And when I used to charge $200 an hour for depositions and so forth, people would scream about my rate. So when I saw the legal fees and how some doctor charge all $600 an hour, I just upped my rate to $600 an hour too. So it's amazing how much fees are out there, whether it's legal fees, medical fees. Some of the fees are high. I've been wanting to go to my neurosurgeon to just check him, to make him look at one MRI that was done the other day last year, summer. And he charges like $600 an hour to just see me. So I tell them, sorry, I can't go back in there. Yeah, that's too ridiculous, especially when you have insurance where you pay zero copay, or you pay $15 or the most $50 copay. You know, even when you want to do therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, you have to pay co-pays and so forth. So everything costs money, yeah, man. But it's easy. Just can't imagine living in a situation where you can't just be legally shot like that. Scary. I'm jealous of the mangoes though. She said that somebody, hey Miss G, not Mommy G, basically she was a surprise. I would just go and pick up mangoes. So, but this is on the way walking. I just saw it laying there on the grass and I hurry up and pick it up because I didn't want to get shot. Like somebody in England was saying that we're lucky that we can. People come and raid our tree, and our tree is behind a fence. So don't worry, it's a typical thing. So anyway, you guys have a good day. Don't want to talk you out too much longer, but respect due. Thanks for listening. Over and out from Dr. G. Share my video, and remember we got rooms at the Negril Beach Club condos for rent and thing, especially summertime. So especially if you're able to get away and especially if you're with family. Remember, it's a very family friendly hotel. So speaking of divorce life and things, family life is really very good. So whenever you can take a trip, take a trip. I've been there, done that many to places all over the world. So you know, when I relaxing because I've been there and traveled many times for school, for vacation and all that. So priorities are priorities, you know. When things come up, like things I was talking about earlier, you have to just deal with it. So, you know, life changes happen and you just have to deal with it, and money always coming up as issues, you know, which is normal. So like I say, I always try to put my hands in different baskets, whether it's real estate, whether it's hotel business, whether it's going out and keeping parties and fundraisers like that. That's what I like to do. Big up Fastine Val. She knows me from Mannings as somebody who started the Leo Club of Mannings. I've always been somebody who can get people together and form an organization really good, you know. So for those who know me know that I've been a leader a long time, you know. I've been a follower too, because if you don't know how to follow, then you won't know how to lead well as well. See? So anyway, with that, hopefully you guys who didn't hear my talk, just go back into the beginning of the live and hear what I discussed. All right? Love from real Dr. G. Big up and respect every time. Happy summer to you all, and be safe out there.